Now it is time to talk about a player that I think is going to be a really, really good football player wherever he goes. He didn't play for what I would call, there's no nice way to say this, a great offense last year. Some offenses, they struggle. They really do. And you just have to find a way to make it happen in clutch situations. If there was a more clutch tight end than Jack Endries, I don't know who it was. It might have been somebody better, but clutch. Here are some of the numbers for the Cal tight end last year, and he's 6'4", 240, so he's a pretty good-sized guy. Out of the 54 targets, 49 were caught. That's right, 49 out of 54 per Pro Football Focus. That's 90.7%. That is clutch. Secondarily, of his 562 yards, 313 of them were yards after contact. Strong guy. Finds a way to get away from the first defender. 11 and a half yards per reception, a couple of scores, only one drop on over 50 passes. That is extraordinary. Offensive grade from PFF, 75.9. Receiving grade, 84.8. That is truly elite. Obviously, his drop grade is good, 87.9. He had 150 plays in the slot, so they use him more like a big receiver in a lot of ways. Out wide, he even had some of those, 16. In line, 128. So we are talking about a truly versatile tight end in the ever sense of the word. Jack Endries can be a guy that other teams got to scheme against, and they don't know where he's going to line up. Really good player. The one downside to him, based on PFF's numbers, it's not a very good run blocker, 46.9%. He definitely, if he wants to play at the NFL level, he's going to have to improve on that. Pass pro, 75.2. All right. Now, here's another perspective on why he's clutch. And again, I'm not picking on Cal, but this is reality. Total offense last year, they were 74th in the nation. Not exactly very good. 380 yards a game. Third downs, not very good there either. They were 96th, as they only converted 72 of 193 for 37.3%. That's not where you want to be. But the 11 times that Jack had the ball thrown his direction, he caught 8 of them and got first downs. 8 out of the 11 that he caught the ball on third down were first downs. He's clutch. And 30 first downs overall from all his catches out of 49. He is a chain mover. He led Cal on receptions. Everybody knew who they wanted to throw to, and he still got the ball. That's a really impressive overall football player. So let me give you a couple of scenarios with him that I think are unique. Third downs, because it's proven, again, he played a lot out in the slot as well as in line. You don't know where he's going to line up. If you're going to be a dominant football team on offense, one of the best ways is to have a playmaker that's versatile. You can play receiver, you can play running back, whatever it may be. And in this case, a tight end, you could use him as an H-back, in line, in the slot. And maybe, just maybe, in the red zone, maybe you put Jack Endries out wide, and then you have to put somebody, do you put a linebacker on him? Do you put a safety if he plays wide to the boundary side of the field, or to the field side, and nobody else out there, maybe you have 2 guys to the boundary. How do you do that? What's your formation going to be? And who's going to be the guy over him? It's very awkward. A lot of teams will try different things because they think they got a special defender, but he's 6'4", 240. Not many DBs are going to be able to handle him in a power situation if they just throw it up, obviously. And smaller guys in general, while they probably will outquick him pretty easily, you just throw it high. It's going to be hard. You're probably going to get a lot of not personal fouls, but pass interference calls. I don't think you're going to win a lot of battles with him being on the back end of this. Finally, with him, he can help change your offense because of play action. I had a chance to see him play live last year against Auburn. He didn't have a huge day, but he caught a few passes, and the way they just used him, motions, shifts, he played in a complicated offense. He's going to adapt to whatever he goes to. Cal's offense was not the easiest to deal with as far as the players on that side, and especially for the defensive players, but they had to do that because their offensive line wasn't that great, and they didn't have enough playmakers that were healthy throughout the year. There's a couple good running backs, but had some guys banged up, and they really had to convert on third downs with a lot of clutch throws. Fernando Mendoza, the guy that transferred from Cal to Indiana, was his quarterback. Good player, but they just found a way to get him the ball, and everybody knew that he was getting it. And they would shift him, they would motion him, and he used his leverage to the most incredible ways. Like he just knew when to stop in the zone, when to really seal somebody off. He's a fun player to watch. So I think Jack Endries will be a playmaker wherever he goes, and I imagine he'll command quite a bit of NIL money in the transfer portal. Not many guys like him. Thank you once again for making the Portal Podcast your first listen each and every day. I truly appreciate you stopping in to get all the latest transfer portal news, recruiting, NIL, everything else that's going on. Been talking about many different things here on the Portal Podcast, including Nico Iamaleava. It's been a really, really fun last week, and we're just getting started. The transfer portal officially opens up on the 16th, and here's the fun part. You're going to see a host of guys get in the portal. There's probably been somebody while I'm on this podcast recording it that have went and put their names in. This week will be a very busy one. I'm going to have player profiles on the transfer portal page, on my YouTube page for the Portal Podcast. We're going to have a lot of different combinations, discussions with other people here on the Locked On Network. When they lose a player, when they gain a player, have them on, how does that impact them? What can they do for somebody else when a player leaves, goes to another school? We're going to have every angle covered here on the Portal Podcast. So make sure you listen on a daily basis, subscribe to this podcast, and give us a 5-star review if you're listening on Apple or anywhere else. And we will appreciate it if you come back and see us tomorrow. Take care. I'll see you tomorrow.